What's up guys, Framinthor here, Captain Negativity with everything that has to do with WoW. And as I mentioned previously in my video, this is the beginning of the series that I want to do of features that could have been. Now, funny enough, I started this video thinking about the Violet Hold. And I was like, man, I wish like Violet Hold dungeon, instead of like summoning mobs when you kill them, would just keep summoning them. And it's like, as it starts, it's slower, and as it goes, it's like faster and harder mobs and stuff like that. And I was like, wait, honestly, you could do this with Torghast floors. And so this brought on a lot of Torghast ideas, and we'll go through them. Obviously, the first one was the summoning stuff, right? So it's like you go into a floor, you don't have to go anywhere, shit just keeps getting summoned towards you. Now, I did the gauntlet, obviously I did it like, you know, in Dragonflight because I didn't play throughout that phase of Shadowlands. I did the gauntlet and I was like, this is kind of similar. The only problem is that it's like there is a set HP trigger. So it's like when you get the mob to a certain HP, then the mob spawn, or when you kill it, the mob spawn. Some of them were like kind of spawning regardless of HP, more like I killed something and then I had to wait for something to spawn, so I'm assuming it would have spawned regardless, like that was like a time thing. But I am talking about like a pure mode that it just keeps summoning shit for you to fight. Okay, so this is a Torghast mode. You go in, there are portals opening, or you know, there's an alarm sound, you know, there's an invader, and just mobs keep coming for you to kill, right? And this wave, obviously, let's say we're still going with the floor design for Torghast, because I don't want to change Torghast too much. I want to be somewhat familiar. So just imagine that the floor is, you get waves of monsters, and the first floor, obviously the monsters are weaker, you get stronger, you go to the next floor, monsters are stronger, and then stronger and stronger, and all you do is just fight a ton of mobs, and like bosses start spawning, you know, mini bosses, something that's like some mechanics. Obviously it's not just like stand there and like AoE stuff until they die. Obviously there should be some mechanics of like avoiding, LOSing and stuff like that, that gives you some sort of what would you call it, strategy. But for the most part, just endless waves of monsters. And when you kill the endless wave, you go to the next floor, and, you know, other mobs are spawning, stuff like that. And then for the last one, maybe like 3 bosses spawn. Now, the thing is with these spawns, you wanna... It's not that it's like they just keep pouring. It's more like you have a set amount of time to kill things, and if you don't kill them in time, then you're gonna get overwhelmed. So you need a certain amount of DPS check in order to be able to kill these mobs before the next wave arrives, or kill them as the next wave arrives, or kill them like, you know, the next wave arrive, but it's like by the time they really do anything, you already killed the previous wave, stuff like that. So it's like you just, there is a chance of getting overwhelmed. And honestly, that's what I wanted Violet Hold a Mythic Plus to be, like a chance to get overwhelmed with mobs. Unfortunately, that was not the case. But in Torghast, I think it's completely possible, especially because there's a mode, the Gauntlet, that is already kind of similar to that. So yeah, I think that pretty much clears the extra mode 1 for Torghast, and let's go on to number 2 in the next video.